Hi, welcome to This Week in Ames. I'm Susan Guiazda. On today's show, we learn a little bit more about Dinky Day. My guest today is Assistant City Manager Melissa Munt. Melissa, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me back again, Susan.
Yeah, it's been a while since you've been back, and it's great to have you back for this really special occasion. We have a big event coming up, part of the Sesquicentennial celebration. Kind of get us up to speed. Where are we in the Sesquicentennial year?
Well, we wrapped up a really successful event in our downtown on July 4th and 5th, and that was our big celebration weekend that ran for 2 days. But we want to keep celebrating because our actual Sesquicentennial date is actually December 17th. So coming up on the 26th of September, which is a Friday, right before the home Baylor game with Iowa State, is Dinky Day, which is celebrating our town gown relationship, the relationship between Iowa State and the city of Ames.
And many people may not realize what the Dinky is. That actually wasn't its name, but it was a steam railroad line.
Yeah, it was basically a connector between the depot in downtown Ames and the depot out at Iowa State. So it was a way in which, and during that time period, and there have been several different iterations of that connection, today most notably Cyride, that got folks between downtown Ames and the university.
Yeah, and I think it's hard for people to think about that. 100 years ago or longer, there was quite a distance between the town and the university.
Yeah, absolutely. You can, around town, there's a variety of restaurants, if you go into them, that actually have photos of Ames back in this time period when the Dinky was running between downtown and the university. And you'll actually see that there's fields in between downtown Ames and the university, and it's quite interesting to see some of those aerial shots.
So the Dinky, I had read it in one book, said it was a way to avoid the mud streets that took you from downtown Ames to university, and it's hard to think that there was a mud street that took you there, but
yeah,
it'd be a good way to avoid it.
Yes, in fact, it was really interesting. I'd heard something from some folks at the Ames Historical Society talking about how they actually had to build up our downtown street to actually get it out of the mud. So yeah, there was quite a bit of mud, and we were actually looking originally at having an event called like Swamp Fest because we're actually built on swamplands.
A lot of really interesting history that goes into the city of Ames. Dinky Day, great event on a Friday. What can people expect?
Well, it starts Friday evening around 5 o'clock in Campus Town in the 200 block of Welch Avenue. We're going to be actually having a really friendly event for all of the community, not just the Iowa State students, but Iowa State students are highly encouraged to attend, as well as alumni who are coming in from out of town. What we're going to have is we're going to have live music starting at 5:15. Everything is free, just like the 4th and 5th was. The event will feature 3 bands, which were notable to a lot of folks who might have attended the old People's Bar and Grill back in the day. Daisy Head Maisie starts at 5:15, and then it's followed by a group called Red Wanting Blue at 6:45, and then after that our last band comes on at 8:15, and they're called Home Free.
We've heard a lot of chatter on the social media sites about these bands. People are very excited to see them. As you mentioned, anybody who had ever frequented People's Bar and Grill might remember those bands used to play. But I think they'll have a really good reach to anybody. People will have fun with these bands.
Yeah, they're cross-generational, they're cross music genres, and just kind of like what we did for the 4th and 5th, this is another great lineup of music that people in Ames will enjoy regardless of the musical background they generally tend to follow. So
there's something really fun at this event, the Kingland System Soda Garden. Talk about that.
Absolutely. I have never done a soda tasting, but I did a soda tasting to prepare for this event. Campus Town Accident Association's director, Kim Hanna, is coordinating the event for our 150 group, and she brought in with some of her other folks on the committee, variety of different cream sodas, root beers, etc. for us to try, and we've made our selection for the event, and we're going to be giving that away for folks to try at the event, and also in our Ames 150 color changing cups.
So this is so much fun. So typically you go to an event and there's a little garden, but this one will be open to all, and all ages can engage in some tasting.
Yes, absolutely. I think we've got Millstream Brewery, which I believe is over by the Amana Colonies, that's providing us the bulk of what we're going to be sharing with the community. And then some of the other cool things that we're doing besides that are absolutely open is we've got I would call it normally our bounce house vendor, but we're actually looking for more older adult or young adult, older children games there. We're going to have a bull riding, mechanical bull riding, piece there, and several others that older adults can participate in as opposed to just young children. But one of the other really neat things we have is we've worked with the Historical Society again, and we're going to have a photo booth out there, and the theater group from Iowa State is actually bringing props for that. So it's going to have some great old photo of downtown Ames with the dinky involved, and folks can take their picture there. And then beyond that, we've got the Ames Historical Trailer, which was part of the revenue that was raised from all of the sesquicentennial activities, purchased a trailer for the Historical Society.
Yeah, and we can't forget what a great event. The Ames History Trailer will be cutting a ribbon 5 p.m. on Friday, September 26th, to celebrate that great community asset. And I understand it'll be open and you can see the artifacts inside it. Another great community celebration.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think one of the other things that's really neat is this trailer actually contains technology, so they'll be able to show videos with the dinky and photos that they have in their collection without having to bring them out to get them damaged. So it's really a really wonderful collaboration between businesses in the community that donated to help it and that are actually also giving in kind to make that history trailer come alive for all of us.
So lots of free activities, free live music, but also, as you mentioned, we can't forget the history. History trailer will be there, the historic backdrop will be there, and I also understand some type of historic posters will be up around the area that people can sort of educate themselves on the dinky and the history of Ames.
Yeah, absolutely. We're actually focusing on that transportation link between the city and the university. And I do believe, Susan, you may want to let everybody know about this too. We're starting a kickoff to our transportation master plan, and I believe those folks will actually be out there as well. So we're all about transit, the dinky starting us off and putting a good backdrop on everything.
That's right. The Ames Area MPO will have a table there at Dinky Day. That connection to transit's really interesting. People who want to comment on the modern day transportation network around Ames, we should definitely stop by that table and get the information that they need, provide some comments. A nice little connection there. Ames Water Truck will be there providing water. After you've had your root beer and cream soda, maybe you need to cleanse your palate.
Yes, absolutely. Get the sugar off your teeth. I'm sure your local dentist would be very proud of you. The other thing that's going to be out there is Iowa State Alumni Association. For folks in town who may have been down at the Big 12 basketball tournament, Giant Inflatable Cy was down there. Well, he's going to be reappearing just like at the 4th and 5th of July. He's going to be out at Dinky Day. So come check out Giant Inflatable Cy and enjoy Campus Town.
And Cyclone Market, can you talk a little bit about that?
Absolutely. Campus Town reached out to a variety of folks with the Ames 150 to see what of the student associations that had maybe lost revenues from not having their spring activities would want to come out and participate. So we have a variety of vendors that are going to be out there that are student organizations. So come out and check out what they're doing and help them be able to do their stuff.
They'll be doing a little bit of fundraising. So lots of free things, but then the opportunity to sort of give back.
Yes, absolutely. Give back to those student organizations that are doing things to help them be successful when they start their careers. Absolutely.
So again, 5 p.m. What's our date?
This 26th of September, and it lasts till about 9, so it's a great family event as well as a great alumni and student event. And
we obviously hope for great weather, but don't fear if the weather doesn't cooperate. Yes. What are we going to do?
We do have a backup location for the music, since that's where the bulk of the cost is for putting on the celebration. That's at Ames City Auditorium, so right downtown Ames. Just come to 515 Clark and see the music if it's raining. If not, be out in Campus Town and enjoy.
Yeah, we'll see you at Campus Town. Lots of parking in the intermodal facility. There's street parking available as well. Melissa, what a great event. So exciting for the town. And then after this, there is one more event?
Yes, Plating Day on December 17th. Work is beginning on that. There will be a few things happening during the actual daytime to commemorate the actual 150th anniversary of the platting of the city of Ames, our first 12 blocks. But then after that in the evening, there's going to be kind of a final celebration, visiting some historic sites in the downtown and perhaps using some unique transportation to get us around as well. So more to follow on that, and I'm sure we'll be back to talk about that. Just one other plug, why don't you use Cyride to come out and you don't have to worry about parking in Campus Town and appreciate that true town-gown connection with our transportation system.
Absolutely, with some great advice. Thanks, Melissa, for stopping by.
Yep, thank you for having me, Susan.
So if you want more information about Dinky Day, which by the way is absolutely free, again that event is Friday on September 26th from 5 to 9. More information is available at the Ames 150 website. That's at ames150.com. Just one more event to put on your calendar if you're interested in getting involved in the city budgeting process. That kicks off with the town budget meeting, which is on Tuesday, October 7th. That starts at 7 p.m. at City Hall. And again, more information on that is at cityofames.org. Well, that's our show for today. Thanks for watching, and tune in next week for This Week in Ames.